$1,587. That is what the ATO would refund someone on $120,000 a year, every single year, just for restructuring their mortgage. Not a new loan, not more debt. The same mortgage, rearranged so the interest becomes tax-deductible. That is debt recycling. Quick note, this is general information, not personal financial advice. I covered offset accounts in a previous video. Link in the description. Debt recycling is the next level, same total debt, same repayments. But the ATO starts working for you instead of against you. Let me show you exactly how it works. Debt recycling is a tax strategy, not an investment strategy. That distinction matters. Here is the core idea. Your home loan interest is not tax deductible, it is dead money. But if you borrow to invest in income-producing assets like shares or ETFs that pay dividends, that interest becomes tax deductible. Debt recycling converts your non-deductible mortgage into tax-deductible investment debt. The key part, your total borrowings do not increase. You are not taking on more debt, you are restructuring the debt you already have, so the ATO gives you money back on the interest. Before you recycle a single dollar, your loan structure has to be right. This is where most people get it wrong and where the ATO gets interested. You need your mortgage split into two sub-accounts. Sub-account A is your home loan, the non-deductible part. Sub-account B is your investment loan, the deductible part. Most major banks allow loan splitting. CBA, Westpac, ANZ, NAB all do it. Some charge a small fee, usually under $200. Call your lender and ask for a loan split. Now the critical question, redraw or offset. Both can work, but they are not the same. With redraw, you pay extra into your home loan, then redraw it to invest. The redrawn amount becomes a new borrowing with a clear investment purpose. This is the standard debt recycling method and the ATO is comfortable with it. With an offset, the money sits in a linked account and reduces your interest without technically being repaid. To recycle from an offset, you move cash from the offset, pay down the mortgage, then redraw from the investment sub-account. Either way, the golden rule is keep it clean. One account for the home, one account for the investment. Never mix the two. Let us walk through a real example. You earn $120,000 a year. You have a $600,000 mortgage at 6.2%, and you have $80,000 sitting in your offset account. Right now, that $80,000 saves you $4,960 a year in interest. That is a guaranteed tax-free return. Your marginal tax rate is the rate you pay on the last dollar you earn. At $120,000, that is 32%, including the Medicare levy. From the offset video, you know that $4,960 is equivalent to earning 9.1% pre-tax at that rate. Solid. But with debt recycling, here is what happens. Step 1. You ask your bank to split your loan into two sub-accounts. Step 2. You pay that $80,000 from your offset into sub-A, the home loan. Your home loan drops from $600,000 to $520,000. Step 3. You immediately redraw $80,000 from sub-B, the investment sub-account. Step 4. You invest the $80,000 into A200, a low-cost ASX 200 ETF that pays dividends. Your total debt is still $600,000. Nothing changed there. But now $80,000 of it is investment debt. And the interest on that $80,000, $4,960 a year is fully tax deductible. A200 also pays franking credits. These are tax credits attached to the dividend because the company already paid 30% tax on those earnings. At the 32% bracket, that means you barely pay any extra tax on the dividends you receive. Here is where it gets powerful. Each year you take your dividends and your tax refund. You pay them into the mortgage, then you redraw and reinvest. The cycle repeats. Your investment grows, your deductible debt grows, your non-deductible mortgage shrinks, and the tax refund gets bigger every round. After 10 years, starting with $80,000 and recycling dividends plus tax refunds each year, one modeled scenario shows your investment portfolio growing to around $224,000. Your original $80,000 has nearly tripled. The combined benefit, investment growth, plus cumulative tax refunds, comes to roughly $166,000. That is $166,000 you would not have if you just left the $80,000 sitting in your offset. Your numbers will vary based on your income, your rate, and what the market does, but the direction is clear. Debt recycling does not require you to beat the market. It works because you are restructuring debt to unlock tax deductions that fund more investment. The maths compounds. The ATO helps. Time does the rest. If you have decided debt recycling is right for you, here are 3 mistakes that can ruin it. Mistake 1. Mixing your loan accounts. If you use your investment sub-account to pay for a holiday, you have contaminated the loan purpose. The ATO will deny the deduction on the entire sub-account, not just the holiday portion. One transaction can ruin years of clean recycling. The fix is simple. Never touch sub-B for anything except investment. Mistake 2. Using the wrong redraw method. Some lenders process redraws differently. You need the redraw to create a new borrowing, not just return your own money. Ask your lender specifically, does this redraw count as a new advance for tax purposes? If they are not sure, get it in writing and have a tax agent review the structure before you proceed. Mistake 3. Investing in assets with no income. The ATO requires a reasonable expectation of income from the investment. A $200 ETF pays dividends. That is fine. A speculative mining stock that has never paid a dividend? Risky. Gold? No income. Crypto? No income. Stick to dividend-paying ETFs or managed funds. A200, VAS, VGS. These all qualify. Debt recycling is not for everyone. You need 3 things. First, a home loan with the ability to split and redraw. Most variable rate loans qualify. Fixed rate loans usually do not allow redraws. Second, a marginal tax rate of at least 30%. Below that, the tax benefit is small and may not justify the complexity. At 32%, every dollar of deductible interest saves you 32 cents. At 47%, it saves you 47 cents. The higher your tax rate, the harder debt recycling works for you. And third, a long time horizon. This strategy shines over 10 to 20 years. If you're planning to sell your home next year, do not bother. And most importantly, understand that you are investing borrowed money. If the market falls 30%, you still owe the bank. The same applies to interest rates. This example uses 6.2%. If your rate rises to 7 or 8%, your interest cost increases. The tax deduction grows with it, but only partially offsets the extra cost. Model your numbers at a higher rate before you commit. Only do this if you can hold through a downturn without panic selling. Debt recycling is not complicated once you see through the jargon. Split your loan, redraw to invest, deduct the interest, recycle the dividends, repeat. If offset accounts were level 1, this is level 2. Talk to your lender about a loan split and talk to a financial advisor before you start. If this made debt recycling click, subscribe. I break down Australian investing strategies with real numbers, not hype. Comment offset, recycling, or both. Which one are you running? See you in the next one.